crazy, crazy. You know what? Let's freaking lose it. Get out of your mind. Get out of your mind. Get out of your mind. Hey. Get out of your mind. Get out of your mind.
Help! Someone call 911. It's Jason.
Okay, so before we go any further, why don't you tell me about how your day started?
Well, my day started like any normal school day. During my last hour, my buddy Jason and I were working on our Spanish project, and he asked if I wanted to go to a party tonight. I've been to some parties before, but I didn't drink or anything. But this wasn't a normal party. It was a farm party.
Wait, what's a farm party?
Well, it's a party where prescription drugs are exchanged and randomly ingested by everybody at the party, just to get some sort of high.
Well, that doesn't sound good at all. Did you say yes immediately?
Nah, it sounded really sketchy to me.
Interesting. So, what did you do after school?
After school, I went back to my house and decided to watch some TV. But my curiosity got the best of me. I decided to do some research on farm parties, and what I discovered shocked me. I knew I needed to get Jason out of there before something bad happened to me.
Well, what did you find out online?
I found this report from 2009, and it said that more than 16 million kids, 12 and up, were using drugs like Vicodin or Oxycontin.
Wow, that is shocking. So what did you do when you got to the party?
When I got to the party, I was in full swing. People were dancing, drinking, and they had pills. I mean, people actually had pills in their hands of all shapes, sizes, and colors. There was this huge bowl right next to the food, and it was filled with pills.
I guess you're right. It's not just a media scare. Was there any alcohol there?
Oh yeah. Do you know how dangerous it is to take drugs and alcohol? When alcohol is mixed with an RX drug, even one as seemingly harmless as aspirin, it can lead to internal bleeding or even a coma.
Well, it sounds like you were a little out of place at this party. Did you continue to look for Jason?
Of course. After I got over the initial shock, I searched high and low for Jason. Honestly, I asked people if they'd seen him, but no one had. At one point, some girl shoved her beer into my hand. She looked like she was gonna puke or something. Right as I was about to give up, someone shouted,
Help! Someone call 911. It's Jason.
I ran to where he was, and there was Jason, on the ground, not breathing.
Jason! Jason! So, hey, somebody call 911! Jason! Jason!
Next to him was a prescription bottle, and pills were spilled all over the floor. I called 911, but after that it was really a blur.
Jason, can you hear me? Jason! Jason!
The doctor said that if we would have waited any longer, Jason would have been dead. About a week later, when he did come back, the school had a lot of mixed emotions about him. Some hugged him and smiled, but others gave him foul looks. I was glad to see him, that's for sure.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I hope this video has shed some light on prescription drugs and will hit home for someone. That's all I ask.
Well said. Well, thank you for your time.
So class, after watching the video, you can see that if you misuse prescription drugs, they can be very lethal. Just think about it if you were Jason's friend. You guys can go.
Hey, I don't think we should go to that party on Friday.
Yeah, me either. Why don't we go to a movie or something?
Okay.
What happened to Jason really freaked me out, and it made me question our friendship. Jason doesn't put himself in those situations anymore and made a positive change in his life. The question is, how will you make a change?
That's always a constant concern because we're considered the first gatekeeper for dispensing medications. And we have to balance whether we're prescribing for an affliction or an addiction. In rare instances, I have had patients, and even more rarely, colleagues request medication when it was not appropriate, was not indicated, and would eventually be harmful.